Do you ever think about just you and how weird you are? I mean, that is one of my favorite pastimes is thinking about how insane I am. Um, because I actually feel quite sane. I actually feel like one of the saner people on planet Earth, and I'm pretty sure I'm totally nuts. Totally nuts. So, like, that's Clarabelle, by the way, little dog. Um, Welcome to my palace. It's a 2-bedroom. That's the Christmas tree back there. If I had it my way, I would not take down the Christmas tree until spring ahead. Because it's dark, okay? And Christmas trees represent a tree in your room with lights on it. That's what it represents. It speaks for itself. It's like, it's dark. Let's have something cheery like a tree in our room. That's ridiculous. And then let's just put sparkly things on it with lights. It's just happiness. And why we have to take it down in January and February and March is beyond me. Not happiness. The opposite of happiness, January and February and March and April and part of May. A dark time, people. A dark time. I'm obsessed with technology. I'm obsessed with it. And so, like right now, you're on my phone. This is the OnePlus 5T or T5, or I don't know what it is. Something 5 and a T, one way or another. Love it. I think they're on the 7T or the 12T or the, I don't know what other T they're on now, but the 5T is amazing. Amazing. I also balance my love of technology with my insatiable desire to be as cheap as humanly possible. So I'm always looking for a good deal. So anyways, I bought a little microphone that's on the side of my camera here because I thought I would start doing the Sage Against the Machine podcast, potentially start it with video and put it on YouTube like Joe Rogan. The icon of masculinity in the world today. I'm so not Joe Rogan. I just compare. Oh my goodness. Anyways, but you know, he does a live stream actually, and then he has video, and then you can catch it on audio. But look, look, you can watch me talk. If you don't, I mean, there's nothing to look at unless you want to look at things like my dog and my Christmas tree. And now my other dog has left the scene. There. Let's see if I can get both dogs. There we go. There it is. We have the Clarabelle. The Clarabelle's the little dog, and Sparky's the big dog. And Rocky and Indiana are away with the cat because the cat has some weird... He's got nervous problems, man. I'm telling you, our cat is freaked out. He's got scabs, and every once in a while he gets them, and then they go get him a shot, and then he feels better. I don't know what the shot is. All I know is it works. So they're out, and I'm sure they're going to be coming back any minute, and then this is going to cause these two to go absolutely insane because they were believing we're being attacked every time. Every time they think we're being attacked. Every single time. There's never a time someone comes to the house that we are not under imminent death. According to those two. I think it's their job. But anyways, I just get caught up in my little things. Like, I'm working on a contact management tool for our company, Sage Rock. And like, you can't believe the number of hours I've just spent being like, oh, I think I should add this tag, or oh, let's add this, or let's put this in and let's do that, and then I have to go through, and then let's put all these tasks on an automated schedule, and I'm just like, what am I doing? What am I doing? I just have this new theory that a human being is like that, with some chrome plated fronts on the front of, like our they just bolted on some chrome on the front of our brain, and we call it our frontal lobe, and like it becomes the entire car. We think it's the entire car, when in reality we're just that, with a little add-on feature, of a frontal lobe. And it makes us insane. That's what I think. That's my working theory, is that we are convinced we're way better than them. Can you imagine? We think we're better than them. We do, though. We all do. We're like, look, our cars are electric now. Can you do that, dog? No, but I can love you forever. Yeah, whatever. Whatever. Okay, I'm going to tell you a joke. I don't know if this is a politically correct joke. You can tell me. I just heard it from a homeless person. Like, I'll blame it on the homeless. Okay. What's the difference? Okay, I can make it mildly not as terrible. What's the difference between locking your spouse in the trunk for 4 hours and locking your dog in the trunk for 4 hours? When you open your trunk, the dog will be glad to see you. That's a funny joke. The dog will be glad to see you. That's how you know they're better than you. We don't deserve the love that they give us. Can you imagine? What would happen if you lock your spouse in the trunk for 4 hours? What do you think they would say when they opened it up, huh? Would your dog be like, hey, good to see you? I was wondering if I was just going to die a slow, painful death in this trunk, but I guess not. That's great. That's so great. Literally, we should be going to the church of the dog so we can learn to be more like them. I mean, except for the barky part and the insatiable eating. I mean, look, they're not perfect, but, whatever. I am sure God, if God was like anything like any kind of creature that you could possibly understand, like just imagine God being like looking like a human because it's easier, or a dog that talks or whatever. I'm sure totally crazy. Just like, quantum physics versus like classical physics. Like just goofing around with this like this universe, maybe all the universes, just like, I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to just try, I haven't really figured out how light is both a particle and a wave, and they're kind of noticing right now, but I'm working on it. Don't worry. Don't worry about all that. just God up there being like, don't worry. Just keep doing what you're doing. Look. Like to see you invent a universe. That's what we're telling our dog. Like to see you invent a cell phone. That's what God's telling us all the time. Like to see you do it. What if we're the dog equivalent to God? Like we're actually way better than God, Like we're still like I mean, we have definite quirks, you know, because dogs, like, look, they'll still poop and pee on your floor and get in a fight with another dog over a toy at any given time. You can't. They're not perfect, okay? They're not perfect. That's all I'm saying about that. But they have their qualities, which is why we keep them around. Maybe that's what God is saying about us. You're like, look, I know the humans aren't perfect. I mean, nobody ever said they were. I don't get a lot of what they do, but have you seen the thing they do with this? They just make things all the time. It's amazing. You should see what they just made yesterday. And he's like, totally, because he's a maker, right? God, I'm sorry I'm calling him a he. I try never to do that. But God is a maker, makes things. You're like, look, they make things. They're like ants, except with tools and stuff. It's amazing. I can't get enough. I just like, well, let's see what they'll make next. Oh, bombs? Like, you're going to just keep making larger nuclear bombs? Yeah, well, okay. I mean, it's your planet. I really think you should put some more safety measures on those nuclear reactors. No? You're too cheap. Too cheap? Chernobyl? Anybody remember Chernobyl? No? Yeah. Oh, you don't think that a hurricane and an earthquake and a tsunami can happen all at once? No? No. Yeah. It's your nuclear reactor, man. Just throwing ideas out there. Just throwing them out there. Not my place. You do whatever you want. That's me imagining God watching us. But still wildly amused. Wildly amused. If nothing else, I mean, the human show has got to be entertaining, right? To any third party. It's not always entertaining to us, but either is like, you know, the Real Housewives of wherever. I mean, they're not always happy, but it's fun to watch them. So yeah, I'm crazy. You're just, a human being is just built to be crazy. And then our chemicals in our brains are sloshing around like, oh, the serotonin's up, the serotonin's down, the melatonin's up, the melatonin's down, blah, 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 dopamine, blah, 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 all the dopamine. And then we take drugs, and then they were like, oh, it's like its own kind of tsunami in there sloshing around. Like, we're just crazy human creatures. We're crazy, okay? And I think part of it is because we're so young, you know? Like, Rocky told me that there was a scientist woman who did an example of the history of like the universe, and she lays out a 400 sheet roll of toilet paper on the stage, all 400 sheets, and she like goes through and she tells, you know, what happens when, what happens then, and you know, through each, you know, the beginning of the roll of toilet paper, and then she gets to the very end of the toilet paper, and she tears off a little tiny corner of it and holds it up and says, and then humanity showed up. It's something like that, you know? It's like, the amount of time we've been around is so small, you know? And you think about, like, where we've come in the last 100 years, or, you know, like since the 1850s. I was just watching something about the 1850s recently, and like how it's just so different, you know. And now we're in the 2020s, and like what's his name, Ray Kurzweil, he thinks in 2045, which is only 25 years from now, we're going to have the singularity, which is basically this moment where machines and humans just come together all at once, and it just creates an explosion of thinking and creation and science. I just read yesterday that artificial intelligence can now like detect, can decipher mammograms better than any human. So, like, technology can spot cancerous cells or whatever in a mammogram way better than a human. Humans will never be the best at chess again. Never. Never will a human be the best chess player. It'll never happen. We're going crazy around here, and no wonder we're nuts. That's all I'm saying. It's just, I think the first thing you have to do is admit you have a problem. And we just are like so sure we got everything under control. That's like, you know, you walk around and you see everybody in their shiny cars and their suits and skirts, and just everything is polished, and they're smiley and they're with their family, but underneath they're just, you know, they're shooting the heroin and snorting meth and beating their kids, and, you know, it's just crazy over there. And behind the scenes, it's Nutsville. Tell me you don't have some insane person in your family, totally off the rocker nuts. Of course you do. Of course you do. You're just barely holding it together yourself, like me. I just feel like we need to get honest. That's all I have. That's pretty much the message. Is that we need to be honest with who we are. And on top of that, we have to be proud of who we are. We have to accept who we are and be proud of who we are. Because as long as we're not hurting somebody, you know, as long as we're not pulling somebody down with our insanity, then our insanity's fine. Whatever. You get, you know, you want to... I watched this show. Uh-oh, here come the dogs. I watched this show. It's called Room 104. It's on HBO. You seen this show? It's a crazy show. It's like Black Mirror and Twilight Zone on acid. It's just so crazy. And these two guys went to this room. The show always takes place in this room, this motel room called 104. It's just every show and new people come, right? It's clever. These two guys show up. They're part of some crazy cult or something where I'm sorry, I'm going to just say these words. They cut off each other's penises and then they cooked them up and ate them. And that's legal. It's legal. Because look, they wanted to do it. They're not hurting anybody except themselves. Maybe they don't want to have a penis anymore. The cops walked in on the show, and I guess it's legal. I don't know. The cops walked in on the show, and they were like, you should go to the hospital. That was all they could say. Because it's totally legal. They had written it all out. They had signed affidavits. They had video testimonial that they all agreed to it, and their sound mental health. Apparently, you can cut off your penis and serve it up to your friends and eat it. Who am I to say? I'm not going to be doing it. I'm not eating penis. Look, I don't even eat cow penis, okay? I just don't. I don't eat penis. I don't. I'm not gay. I'm not gay. I'm not against gay. I just don't eat penis. I don't. I don't eat it. I don't eat it. I don't. I have eaten cow rectum, though, and it's not good. But I will say I ate it with a guy from South Korea, and he chastised all Americans about how we don't know how to eat beef, as he's like eating cow anus. I don't know. I tried it. Too chewy and anusy. It's exactly how you would imagine a cow anus to taste, okay? Just imagine it. You don't need to eat it. You can. If you go to a Korean barbecue, a lot of times they have cow anus on the menu. You want to try it, order it up. I just stick with the filet, personally, the steaks, regular steaks, but whatever. I went in South Korea, although I was with a South Korean. He said, we got to try it. I'm like, well, try it. I ate it. But I didn't have the cow penis. I don't even know if it was on the menu. I don't think I had the cow penis. I just don't want to eat penis. But you know what? If somebody else does, and they're not hurting anybody else, let them do it. Let them do it. Be yourself. Be yourself. That's all I have to say. And be proud of who you are. And don't let other people tell you you're wrong or how you're doing things are wrong. Look, take it from a guy who gets Monday morning quarterbacked constantly. Don't listen to anybody else. I mean, you can take in their advice, you can be open to it, but if you're not feeling it, don't do it. Don't do it. I mean, don't change who you are because somebody told you you're doing it wrong. I guarantee somebody's going to tell me I shouldn't be talking about eating penises. Look, I saw it on HBO, okay? That's not some X-rated show. I'm not talking about pornography here. It's an episode on Room 104. Look it up. The two people, they sat around and ate penis. Their own penises. Each other's penis. They fried them up. Sauteed them. I'm just reporting what I saw on HBO, okay, man? Chill. Wasn't in the room, really. I mean, I was watching it on TV. I wasn't there. But it's fine. They want to eat each other's penises. I can't stop. Look. Okay. So, like, I've been watching Star Wars. I got the Disney Plus, so now I've been watching Star Wars. And one of the things that you see in Star Wars, like this Ren, no, not Kylo Ren. The new woman. Why don't I know her name? That's so terrible. I don't know the main character. It's terrible. I'm sorry. But and also in Rogue One, you see this motif a lot of just doing what you think you should do. Just do what you think you should do, okay? You can listen to other people, but don't, if you're like, no, I really want to do this, and then they're like, no, that's terrible. And you're like, nah, I still feel like I want to do it, then do it. Do it, okay? You're going to screw up, you're going to make mistakes, but I will tell you what, most of the Monday morning quarterbackers are the people that don't do shit. Except Monday morning quarterback. It's like their whole job. It's telling you how you're doing shit wrong. People don't like me swearing, for example. Look, I swear. It's what I do. I drink tea and I swear. That's it. I'm going to go on a diet. I'm not going to even have white things. I'm not going to have any bread or pasta or cookies. I'll talk more about that later. So look, I like to swear, okay? And take me or leave me. I don't really care. I don't care, okay? Because some people are going to like me and other people are going to hate me. And that's perfect. That's exactly how you want it. If you're trying to make it so everybody likes you, nobody's going to like you, really. Because you're a lie. You're a lie. If you're trying to get 100% conversion on liking, you're a lie. You're not telling the truth. So, that's my holiday message, or my New Year's message. Be yourself, trust yourself. That's it. And be proud of you. Be proud of who you are. You're crazy, and you're nuts. And people are going to tell you you're crazy and nuts. But you know what? They're crazy and nuts too, man. They're crazy. They're probably crazier than you because they're stuffing it all in. I'm not allowed to tell people that I like to dress up in furry costumes. I can't resist. I love the tails and the fuzzy ears. That's what they're saying in their head. They have to hide it. Don't hide it. You a furry? Get your furry self out there. Let me see your furry costumes. Love to see that. People hate furries. If you don't know what a furry is, look it up. Just look it up. Furry. I don't know why they hate them. They're just people that like to dress up as animals. Who cares? Who cares? Why you gotta hate them? Just be yourself, trust yourself. Be yourself, trust yourself. Be yourself, trust yourself. That's what I wish for you in 2020 and beyond. Be yourself, trust yourself. All right, everybody. Have a great, day, month, week, year, life. I love you.